Mr. Titty.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now, listen. Grab your glass, put some water. Get your container of that water. Lift the container of that water. Now, just pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Now stretch your body and drink some water, fam. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. But to stay healthy, eat, breathe, damn. Anyway, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Drink, drink, drink. Lift your glass. Lift your glass, family. Lift your glass and drink some water. Good morning to all of you beautiful people. I want to thank y'all for joining me. It is time for us to do the Daily Toast. And right now, you are standing in the congregation of the mighty, where your hustle builds muscle with the stubborn minority. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simba production. And right now, we are doing the Daily Toast. As usual, a little bit late. But hey, last but not least, you know we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Now get up, back up. Uh-oh. Real realize. They got their water. That's what I'm talking about. So now I'm gonna pour myself a little bit of ambrosia. We about to do this toast, family, because we run a little bit late. With all the mergers talking about going on. We got Sprint, we got T-Mobile and Sprint. We got, I heard last night, I think it's GM and Ford or GM and Chrysler or something like that, trying to come together. We got Amazon wanting to buy what is it? The company that T-Mobile has to sell. So we got these mega mergers going on, right? That's like, in a sense, helping in the whole calcification of the wealth, freezing the wealth at the top, family. So I don't, what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta think about but hey, I digress. Let's get up here and let's toast these ancestors, right? First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose. Call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator. We lift up our glass and we ask for the blessings that we know already around us. We ask for the Creator to be present, even though we know the Creator is always around us. It flows through us and with us at all times. But we lift up our glass and we salute and we say, by whatever, let me stress that, by whatever name you choose, because I don't want to throw nobody off, because just the smallest mistake when you're dealing with this part of the libations, people it's thrown off. So I don't want to throw nobody off. By whatever name you choose, call your Creator. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, move to our list of our marvelous, wonderful, bright and shining ancestors. So we start off. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Tech, Sonny Davis, Herman Brown, Sean, Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia William, Walter, Chris Pendergast, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Jenny Brown, Margaret Ellis, Walsh Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Tways, Walsh Ellis, Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Monte Cupid, Minell, No More Expat, Mount Rob, Malika Pakur, Dr. Mary Ann Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Hajini, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Apple Brothrow, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Degale Pulley and Alexa Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Reed Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDonald, Chandler Foster, Charles Jordan Kill Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend J. Smith, Lois Henderson, Kelvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Said Weatherby, the farmer goes to Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Senior, Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, May Moss, Pierre Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, Dave Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Jane, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinez, Adam Ted Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs, the second Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dilly Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. Oh, thank you, Miss Navita. How you doing this morning? William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Beseech, Filani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, Gye-Nyame Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scanner, Barry Wilson, Headley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Will Belongmeyer, Ada Catton, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Leon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Swan Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the First Ace Tribe, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Al Becker, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edward Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Brennan, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Brunella, Albert Molly, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erleton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Proggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, A.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Maria Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Hiram Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javon McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson, Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lord Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarin Cooper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, Willie Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. And on to the Black Book. Black Book. What you got to tell me? Joella Giles, James Giles, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham Quincy, Mama Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Samples, and Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denisa Gore, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Isin, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Egeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu. We lift up our glass and we salute all of those ancestors, and we say, keeping our pact with our ancestors, moving into the present. We are on Nia today. Activate those reticular formations. Help us identify Nia in the community. Where is it active? Where is it working? Who is operating on Nia and who is operating on accident? What's going on out here, family? Let's find Nia. Take a picture of Nia, right? Nia in action. Hashtag Nia in action. Hashtag Nia found. Hashtag purpose for those that don't speak the language. Nia means purpose, right? So we out hunting for purpose today. And we out hunting on purpose today. So here we go. Nia, for those that don't speak the language, means purpose. The demonic principle of the day is balance. Color is yellow. Rhythm is the hermetic law of the day. Male name, Kofi. Female name for the day is Afua. We lift up our glass and we salute this positive moment, this powerful moment where we are able to keep the pact with the past, and as we're about to do right now, keep our pact with the future. So we move forward and we lift up our class and we toast our children in advance. We toast them for their advanced greatness. We toast them, letting them know that we are thinking about them and that we are laying the foundation for them to do their thing. So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on to all of our relations, and we toast all of our relations and we say Ashe. From there, we move on, and I give you that selfish toast, that moment. Well, come on now, what is it for you right now? What do you need in this moment? Make it happen, right? Boom. From there, family, what do? We lift up our glass, and I salute the most magnificent, spectacular, uplifting, outstanding, shining star of a person in the room. Where he at? There they go, right there. Yep, that's you. That's you. I'm lifting the glass up to you, family. I salute you. We wish you peace, power, joy in 100 years, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Lord have mercy. All right, so family, you know I was running a little bit late this morning. Didn't want to get up. We are on day 5. I forgot to mark the fact that we are on day 5 today. Day Nia. This 21-day Nguza Saba challenge for me. And the food is easy. I'm just saying. Food is easy. You know, next week we will be, is it next week? Yeah. Coming up, we're going to be going into the dry fast. And, you know, we're gonna make it through. Get through to the other side, go through that last week, you know. But everything is going good. Good. I mean, we didn't get to discuss all the Proverbs last night, but let me go and refresh your mind on the Proverbs for those that are going through the 21-day piece with me. We are on day 72, not day 73. The greatest good you can do for another is not just to share your riches, but to reveal to him his own. Right injuries in sand. Right injuries in the sand. Kindness in marble. That's an English proverb. Last one, the one we kind of talked about. You can't stop your ear from hearing, but you can stop your mouth from talking. That's from Barbados. Some wise words to work with. So family, listen. I want to wish you a great day. And I am up and I am out. Y'all have a great day. Again.